Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you some price predictions that people have. You know, right now we're going sideways on XRP. But every single analyst out there is predicting a skyrocketing event to happen next. So I just want to show you how some people, they say, well, XRP is going to $10,000 because David Schwartz said it can't be cheap. But I want to show you some price predictions based on other aspects of XRP. So expert says XRP high price would become necessity as demand grows. So this is coming from Black Swan capitalists. There simply isn't enough XRP to meet the ever-growing demand for its utility, making a high price not just an inevitability, but a necessity to ensure the necessary liquidity to meet that global demand. It's time for skeptics to wake up to this economic reality. Now, even Ripple has said the demand for XRP is up 800% this year. It's hard to believe there would ever be a shortage on XRP because there's 100 billion XRP out there. But think about the banks holding XRP, the world's governments holding XRP, me and you never selling our XRP. And all of a sudden you start to realize that maybe some point in the future, XRP can have a shortage event happen. You know, I never like to say anything is off the table when it comes to XRP because there was things that I truly believed and they were conspiracy theories, you know, a couple years ago, and I thought to myself, there's no way this is ever going to come to light. And guess what? Here we are in 2023 and the world looks like a much different place. So nothing is off the table when it comes to XRP. Wells Fargo analyst slams XRP Army's divisive price predictions. A Wells Fargo analyst has slammed the division in the XRP community and the price predictions as if the coin is a security. So let's start first at the beginning of this article. Shannon Thorpe, a Wells Fargo analyst, recently took to Twitter to share her observations on the divided nature of the XRP Army and the contrasting approaches they take when predicting XRP's price. Right now, the XRP Army is fully divided. On the one hand, you have people that only believe in market cycles and market caps. On the other hand, you have another handful of people that believe in utility and what's coming for XRP. So the XRP Army, a passionate community of XRP enthusiasts, have been an influential force in promoting the cryptocurrency's use case and potential. However, Thorpe highlights a growing division within the community concerning the basis of price predictions for XRP. She noted that two distinct groups have emerged: the chart followers and utility believers. Me personally, I'm a utility believer. I don't know about you. Put it in the comments section down below. Because I believe you can't have growth around a cryptocurrency and no price movement. You can't have a massive network growing all around the world right now where XRP is going to move money on a daily basis and it's still sitting under $1. I can't see that happening in the future. The chart followers are those who heavily relies on technical analysis, studying historical price patterns and trends, particularly in relation to Bitcoin, to forecast short-term price movements of XRP. Now, let's talk about that for a minute, because as an XRP investor, you were always told that at some point, XRP is going to decouple from Bitcoin. It's going to move on its own. It's no longer going to follow previous cycles. On the other hand, the second group, known as utility believers, is comprised of individuals who emphasize XRP's utility and the partnerships around Ripple, the company behind XRP. established over the years. The Wells Fargo analyst expressed skepticism about both sides of the XRP Army's divided approach to price predictions. According to her, neither the chart followers nor the utility believers have been consistently accurate in their forecasts, leading to uncertainties within the XRP community. So now she gives her own comprehensive approach to price forecast. So, Thorpe acknowledged many variables which come into play when predicting XRP's price, including circulating supply, the rate of XRP burn, destruction of XRP tokens after transactions, and the expansion of XRP's use cases over time. The analyst provides a distinct perspective by taking into consideration multiple elements in XRP's price estimate. The projection seeks to offer a more comprehensive perspective of XRP's worth by taking into account all XRP held by banks, liquidity providers, governments, and individuals, me and you. The analyst predicts price ranges from $100 to $500 in the near term, within 4 to 7 months. Thorpe believes that a pivotal moment will trigger a significant change in the evaluation and pricing of XRP, potentially likening it to the status of gold. This, coupled with global bank adoption and partnerships, could lead to the predicted price range for the coin. Now, that makes sense to me because right now we have BRICS countries aligning and creating a digital currency, and they plan to back it by gold. And she's pushing XRP's price to the likening and the status of gold. Remember, I always told you XRP doesn't really need to be backed by gold. It's going to be moving value from one CBDC to another CBDC in the future. What XRP is built for, that bridge currency. It can't be sitting at a low price when it's moving all that value. So I think maybe her analysis is close. And the one thing she left out, though, is tokenization. Real world assets sitting on the XRP ledger. You got to factor that in as well. Famous lawyer reveals the real purpose of XRP, Ripple, and SEC statements. Now, I like what Johnny Deaton said here because it pretty much sums up the U.S. government. While Democrats shout at Republicans and Republicans shout at Democrats, every election changes nothing. It's all nonsense. George W. Bush, like Obama, saved the car companies. When it comes to rescuing banks, there's no difference between Bush and Obama, even though banks may be the cause of the problem. The same would have happened during the Trump era. They saved General Motors and Chrysler, but later GM and Chrysler filed for bankruptcy. When a pizza shop owner or a bakery owner makes bad decisions, they fail. We don't save them. However, when it comes to airlines, banks, car manufacturers, etc., we have to save them because if we don't, it will cause maximum pain and threaten someone's re-election. The beauty behind Bitcoin was that anyone with a smartphone could participate in free markets. No banks, no money transfer companies, no intermediaries. The same reason why you most likely got into crypto. And, you know, the same goes with the current banking system. We get away from the banking system because the banking system is not going to enrich me or you in any way. And, you know, when you talk about crypto and you bring up this Democrat's views or that Republican's views, you know, I'm telling you right now, I'm voting in the next election, but I'm voting for someone who is a true American. Someone who wants to keep crypto growing in this country, keep the innovation inside of this country. You know, I don't see Democrats or Republicans anymore because both parties have failed us for too long. I'm going to vote with my gut. And the person that shows me that they're the most American is going to get my vote. So Elizabeth Warren's never getting my vote. Just kidding. But again, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans have kept us divided far too long, along with the mainstream media news. Start to think for yourself. start to vote in the way that the person is going to keep innovation alive, not push it out of this country. It is obvious that Uber is looking right past Bitcoin and is leaning towards a better exchange mechanism like XRP. You got to hear this because it looks like Uber is about to get in with crypto.
I'm wondering if any of this has convinced you. Is there any chance of Uber accepting Bitcoin in the future? Are you having conversations about this internally? Like, could it happen someday?
It definitely could. We're having conversations all the time. I think right now what we see with Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos that they are quite valuable as a store of value. The exchange mechanism is expensive. It's not great for the environment. As the exchange mechanism becomes less expensive, becomes more environmentally friendly, I think you will see us lean into crypto a little bit more. So we're absolutely watching it. And if you say, is Uber going to accept crypto in the future? Absolutely, at some point. This isn't the right point, but we will.
So they're going to accept crypto in the future. They didn't say they're going to accept XRP, but pretty much that's what they're looking for the future. And I think they would accept XRP because you got to remember, Ripple is also a U.S. company. But they looked right past Bitcoin because Bitcoin has no value. It's not going to move money fast enough, and it's very expensive to use to begin with. They're looking at better options like XRP. Top Ripple exec sparks controversial debate over XRP and taxes. Neil Hartner, a senior staff software engineer at Ripple, sought clarity on a specific scenario involving a USD to EUR cross-currency payment. Autobridge via USD to XRP and XRP to EUR. They confirmed that such a transaction would indeed trigger a taxable event, depending on gains or losses compared to the cost basis at the time of purchase. So when you're sending money cross borders, that's going to become a taxable event. Matt Hamilton, a former director of developer relations at Ripple, interjected with an intriguing comparison to traditional banking processes, explained that banks, being legal entities, already report capital gains and losses, while the decentralized exchange in XRP Ledger is not a reporting entity. Thus, the responsibility for handling tax-related matters falls upon the party in initiating the transaction. David Schwartz, Ripple's current CTO, also got in on this conversation, and one of the architects of the XRP ledger emphasized that the taxability of gains and profits remain independent of whom reports them. He argued that any profit or gain generated during the process should be considered taxable income for the party responsible. Most people are going to avoid those taxes in the future. But think about it, people sending money from one country to another. That could be a taxable event using crypto in between in the future. I just thought I would point that out because that's something that no one ever talks about when they're in crypto. XRP sees catastrophic drop in volatility, meaning we're going sideways. What makes this drop in volatility even more significant is that the moving averages are not converging, suggesting that the decrease in volatility is not temporary, but could be the new norm for XRP, at least for the foreseeable future. This lack of convergence suggests that we are unlikely to see a return of high volatility until the price stabilizes more. At present, what we are seeing appears to be simply price stabilization. The market seems to be absorbing the recent price surge, with the dispersion in MAs indicating that the digital asset is settling into a period of lower volatility. In other words, that the market is still absorbing that massive run we had once the judge made her decision. And they're saying that this could possibly last for some time into the future. I'm still expecting some major catalyst to happen, sending XRP skyrocketing. Looks like they're pushing the cyber attack narrative again. It will happen. So prepare. Just because anything is possible, Kind of how you put on a seatbelt in a car. You don't plan for a car accident, but it can happen. U.S. hunts Chinese malware that could disrupt American military operations. Here we go again with the cyber attacks. And if you're an XRP holder, you're expecting this because as an XRP holder, you were always told a massive cyber attack's going to happen. It's going to take down the world's power grid. When the power comes back on, the new financial system will be up and running. Up until now, that's still conspiracy theory. But as I noticed and pointed out in the last few videos, everything that we were ever taught to be a conspiracy theory is somehow becoming a conspiracy fact. So expect anything moving forward. India's financial messaging system can go global. Now we know India works with Ripple. In recent years, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has been proactively trying to internationalize the rupee and its payment systems. And it looks like they're coming up with a way to avoid SWIFT. So we're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. But you know RippleNet technology is in there. Most likely they will utilize XRP as well. Breaking, another bank has been shuttered by regulators. Effective July 28, 2023. This happened on Friday. Heartland Tri-State Bank of Elkhart, Kansas has been officially shut down and all assets transferred to Dream First Bank. And yet you still don't believe that we have a consolidation happening. There's no stability in the traditional banking system. I say at this point, let's just let it fall apart. Because, you know, more and more people are moving away from the traditional banks. Nobody even focuses or talks about the banks anymore. They see exactly what's going on, and that's why people are moving their money out. They're finding other places to put their money, whether it be gold, silver, or crypto. Ripple predicts blockchain potential to save financial institutions $10 billion. And you know, that's exactly what's going on as well. Many companies and government institutions are now showing growing interest in exploring blockchain technology for a wide range of purposes. In one of the recent reports, Ripple highlighted that blockchain technology has the potential to save financial institutions around $10 billion in cross-border payment costs by 2030. Any bank that doesn't get involved with the faster payments, like I'm talking about RippleNet in the future, and they choose to continue using SWIFT, will be left behind by other banks. That's another reason I still see Ripple and SWIFT coming together more and more in the future. Ripple's going to fix SWIFT. They're going to make it better. They're not there to compete with SWIFT, really. They're not. Because if you're a competitor, they will always find a way to crush your technology or pause it, like I showed you in a video recently. And you know, that's why I think Brad is more looking to work with SWIFT than to be a competitor. But you know, even if the banks have no choice but to get involved with crypto in the future, or they're never going to attract a younger generation to start using the traditional banking system. Elon Musk says he will make X the most valuable financial institution in the world. The big question now is, and most people are saying, it's not there's no coincidence that he chose to use the X and rebrand Twitter X. And I think he's going to utilize the X coins, XRP, XLM, XDC. Most likely he'll also work with other cryptocurrencies as well. But we're just waiting for that big announcement as well. Right now, everybody is speculating around this until Elon makes that big announcement. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.